Have the Democrats completely lost their mind? The answer to that is yes, and it started in 2016. Ever since the Trump won, oh my God, they have loaded up the crazy train and pushed it off the cliff. And they started adding coal to it and putting more fuel to the fire. It's insane to watch. And just as you think that they have reached the maximum of the lunacy, they surprise you. They pull up, Elizabeth Warren. They pull up uh, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. They pull up Justice Smollett. They pull up some crazy narrative about uh, pink tax or white privilege of rape culture on the campus. Remember that? Yeah. According to them, the America is the most racist country in the world, and it's like, no, 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 it is not. Um, and the ingrained problem with all that is not the fact that they're crazy. The problem is this is not going to stop. This is not going to end. This is not going to reach its peak. It's only going to get worse. And the problem is, beneath all that avalanche and all that tsunami swelling, there is a very, very real threat of uh, division that's actually going on, and it's actually already in progress. And when you survey what's happening since 2017, you realize that the Democrats have been the one that basically incite the violence and uh, have all the Antifa punch the Nazis and all the lies that that they were proclaiming, like racial hoaxes. Like Justice Smollett was just the one that was obvious. There is more like 300 of them or something like that, and like almost every single one of them has been debunked or has been done by, by the people crying wolf. So you're like, wait a minute. I mean, any sane person would say, wait a minute, aren't you seeing what's going on? That they're basically putting you in a box and basically the I wouldn't say the ruling elite. That sounds really like Alex Jonesy, if you like. But basically, they are uh, using all the narratives that the Gables would be proud of. They're basically saying, do accuse others of what you are actually doing. Uh, so you have just the Kavanaugh circus, the global warming. You see that it's not even global warming anymore. Now it's climate change, and it's falling apart left and right. And the mainstream media, the CNN, the New York Times, the Twitter, the HuffPo, the CNBC, the CBS. I mean, it's like, uh, dude, you realize that one thing after another, you have been lied to. They have been basically just blowing up lies after lies after lies. I mean, the whole Miller investigation was the cream of the whole cake. And I think it's a good thing that's happening because it really accelerates the exposure, if you like, of lies. Well, you're thinking, okay, I mean, all the stuff that you can actually prove they're wrong. I mean, Project Veritas and basically so many. I think he uncovered 200 false narratives and corruption, voter fraud, and hypocrisy, and the Acorn um, scandal, and Planned Parenthood scandal. And you're like, if you have any sense of what's going on, you will be running away from the Democrat Party, like scalded ape from the fire. But have you ever have you spoke with a diehard Democrat lately? They cannot be talked to. they have 100% narrative of nope, you're wrong, um, Trump bad, we're going to impeach him no matter what. And there's no even evidence. No, we're just going to be loud about it, yell, impeach Trump because Orange man bad. And when you tell them, hey, what about the economy is going bad? The unemployment is the lowest it had been since forever. They're just gonna stuff their fingers in their ears and go la 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 la. You're a Nazi. You are nationalist. You are this. You are that. And you're like, dude, I'm just trying to have a conversation, and then they will start throwing insults at you. This is by the book for the past 2+ years, and you end up basically arguing with an idiot. Arguing with an idiot is a problem because no matter what you do, the idiot is gonna out idiot you. It's basically um, like playing chess with a pigeon. Whatever you do, the pigeon is gonna knock the peons off the board. Shat on the board and strut around like he won. And that's exactly how the Democrats are. And even if you are having like somebody who used to be your friend, or is somebody who is appears to have a reasonable gleam in their eye, you're like, dude, you are boarding a Titanic. Okay, you are boarding up a Titanic, and I seen the movie. It's gonna sink. Okay, you're gonna end up in a very cold drink, and and your family, friends, wherever that's on that boat, you're all gonna die. Okay, but they're like, well, yeah, but I got a coupon for buffet. You're like, dude, you realize that that little carrot on that stick is gonna lead you straight into the quicksand. Nope, nope, nope. I got I got my coupon, and by golly, I'm gonna get my free buffet. You're like, okay, knock yourself out. But what the problem is with the Democrats is they are very good about playing victim. Okay, so even let's say the Titanic does strike the iceberg and they sink, and here comes the ship that saved them. I think it was what is Carpathia, I think. Yeah, Carpathia, I think. And you pick them up, shivering cold with the icicles on their eyebrows and all that stuff, and you give them blankets and some tea, and you're like, my goodness, didn't I tell you? And they're like, ooh, what is this? A store brand tea? Ooh, this blanket is itchy. I had a better blanket on my Titanic. Give me a better one. That's how they act. That's how they act. It's a really odd combination of being a lemming, being a very obtuse, not willing to learn, uh, being a choosy beggar, if you like, and at the same time extremely violent. And here comes the problem. You have probably seen and witnessed, albeit it's been stymied in the mainstream media, how violent the left can be, how they're still pushing for the narrative openly, brazenly. They're not even hiding it. I mean, Maxine Waters, oh, you need to do this and whatnot, and then Eric Holder is, we're gonna go low and whatnot, and Ilham Omar and her ilk. It's just disgusting to me to have somebody like her openly uh, pushing for the narrative that mind you, 9/11 happened what? Not even 20 years ago, and now we have a Muslim representative in a Congress telling us what to do in the United States. Um, yeah, yeah, and not even what you want to call it thing. I'm not even going to start with the whole Hillary being treasonous and selling uranium one. I think that's still not done. I'm really hoping that Trump has cast a really wide net, and I'm still hoping that that um, she's going to be at least put on a stand regarding that. But anyway, I disregard. I digress. The point is, there is a lot more clamoring for violence. Antifa has been caught purchasing weapons from cartels to allow border to stay open on the south. Yeah, is it's that is if that's not a terrorist act, I don't know what to do. And when you say, well, government should please, 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 to me, both Dems and Republicans in the Congress are all two birds of the same, two wings of the same bird. Very few exceptions, very few. Uh, I mean, come on, for how many years you cannot get your ass together to close that freaking border? It's not even the money. Come on, don't even start with that. No, it's basically keep it open, keep as many people as we can to come in, so because we know that people from the poorer countries usually vote Democrat in large quantities. They want felons to vote. I mean, what the heck? They want to hire dreamers in Congress, and it's like, what the heck, dude? And the problem is, I see a strife coming up, and it's gonna be going down if you like, the fault line in between, not even Republican Democrats, it's gonna be between conservatives and communists. And I don't say that lightly. Conservatives are gonna be the one that basically are gonna be for the uh, basically the old school, if you like, values, and the new progressives slash Democrats slash liberals slash communists, they're all the same milk to me, are going to be for open borders, for globalist economy, for um, multiculturalism, banks without borders, etc., etc., etc. And the problem is, I do not see this reversing without the conflict. I do see the strife coming up. I hope I'm wrong. Um, do I see a civil war? Uh, yes and no. I probably see more delineation regarding about borderlines, like state borderlines. I mean, you see that happening already. You see that happening. California is basically becoming a third world country, and it is already in San Fran and whatnot. And I mean, if you just take a stroll around Baltimore or Oakland or uh, Chicago or whatnot, I mean, they're all Democrat ran, and yet they're going down the tube so fast that it's like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, California was a dreamland. 10 years ago, that's it. 10 years, that's it. You're not talking about 100, you're talking about only 10. And yet people are fleeing from there. And even if you point out this to a diehard Democrat, they're still going to say, nah, that's normal. A large state like that, it's normal to have, a lot of people coming in and out. You're like, okay, all right, keep bailing that Titanic. But the problem is, once they reach the point of it's unlivable and unbearable to live in the country that live in the state they voted those policies in, they will leave. They will U-haul it to the red state with solid economy, and they will still keep voting Democrat. That's mind-boggling. I'm going to address the voting situation in another video. I'm going to address taxes in another video that's coming probably tomorrow. But as of right now, doom and gloom, yes, unless Democrats wake up, I don't see this stopping or peaceful resolving. And again, they're all gonna up the ante. They will go up the ante. You'll see what's going on with the censorship right now. Hopefully I'm wrong, but that's it. You guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one and enjoy the flag.